Add to the aggressive industrial appearance of the wheel. Hey guys, Duff here on the Sherman once again, the mighty veteran Sherman. Just got finished, depending on the timing of when the videos get done, you may have just seen the video where I put the Merlin fish pedals on the Sherman. You know, the ones with the little teeth to grab your feet to give you better traction on the pedals. As I mentioned in that video, so far I haven't noticed I had any sort of grip issues just with the standard grip tape, but it definitely does wear out over time, so these should not wear out over time. So this is going to be my first experience riding with spiked pedals. See how I like it? This is also my first outdoor test with my GoPro 8 rig. I have the media mod. I had to buy the media mod. I thought stupidly that I could use my mic adapter for the GoPro 7. You cannot. I had to buy an $80 media mod to make it work with the GoPro 8, but we are hooked up. We're in super wide mode, 4K. Although I probably won't process the video in 4K, too big, but that's what it is shooting in right now. So we're doing something a little different. I am going on Immokalee Road like you've seen me on dozens of times before probably. But we're not going for coffee. I am actually going to Walgreens to pick up some business cards for Cindy that we designed and ordered online yesterday. They were supposed to be available after 1:30. It's a little after 2 o'clock, so that's what we're doing. Heading that way. So my initial feeling on these pedals is it's different. I can definitely tell that I'm standing on a bunch of little spikes or screws, to be accurate, as opposed to a flatter surface. It's not a bad sensation. I do feel very connected to the pedals right now, which is good for control. So I guess the real question is how my feet feel after, this will be a little less than 20-mile ride, but it should give me a chance to see how my feet feel on these spiked pedals. Got a pretty substantial headwind going on right now during the first few miles, which means it should be a tailwind on the way back, which is nice. So yesterday I saw Mickey released his full review of the pre-production Gotway Monster Pro, a wheel that a lot of people have been talking about for a long time. The biggest battery in a production wheel, 3,600 watt hours, a 3,500 watt hollow motor. And those of you that have been watching my videos know that my general feeling about hollow motors, at least currently, is not so great. I don't know that they've thus far been all that they've been promised to be, with the biggest issue being bearing failure, which I think is unfortunate. But there's some other characteristics of hollow motors, the way that they respond versus the conventional type motors that we've all been used to for so many years. The physics of them is different as well. So that's another thing to consider. Look at how the pedals look on the Sherman. Look fine. Kind of add to the aggressive industrial appearance of the wheel. Definitely fits the motif. I just try to shift my feet around a little bit. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll kind of like, try to brace one leg and adjust the foot a little bit. It's a little more difficult with the spiked pedals, as you can imagine. Not impossible. You can do it, but it takes a little bit more, concentration to get that done. So, anyways, back Mickey's review, the Monster Pro. We did a few things. Mostly, let's see, top speed He said that he showed that darkness spot registered him as going 50 miles an hour on the wheel. Now, typically darkness spot is a little high. It always seems that the speed numbers on darkness spot are higher than what you get in a GPS, but according to darkness spot, it touched 50 miles an hour. Now, where he did that top speed test, it did not seem like a very ideal place to do a top speed test. Not only did he say it was windy, but there's other. It was not a closed course by any means. So, yeah, not a great place to do a speed test. But supposedly got to 50 miles an hour. The big red flag for him was braking. When he was doing his extreme braking test on the Monster, it took a long time to slow down. And that really characterized his overall view of the wheel, that even though it does have a very high top speed, it wasn't that responsive. It didn't accelerate that fast and definitely did not brake that fast. He also said that at speed, getting over 40 miles an hour, that the Monster Pro did not feel as stable as the veteran Sherman at higher speeds. Now, of course, that could be tire, that could be tire pressure, there can be lots of reasons for that. But his observation was, just generally speaking, it didn't feel as confidence-inspiring at higher speeds as the Sherman does. Mickey also had Chris Yim, everybody respects Chris, had Chris Yim ride the Monster Pro around some, and he as well was not impressed with the handling of the wheel, the responsiveness of it. He described it as trying to tame a bear. So I thought that was an interesting way to describe the experience that he had riding the Monster Pro. So the overall summary was basically, the wheel it didn't feel that good to Mickey. And again, he just kept saying it wasn't torquey enough, wasn't responsive enough, didn't slow down fast enough. And I think all that stuff is valid. But the thing that I didn't get was, it seemed like he was comparing it to wheels that were not in the Monster's class. The Monster Pro is a 24-inch wheel with that weighs 90 pounds. The physics of a 24-inch wheel compared to an 18 or 19-inch wheel is different, obviously. Much different. I first got my Gen 1 Monster, which I had for almost 3 years. When I first rode that thing, it felt like I didn't know how to ride an EUC. It's that different riding that kind of wheel with that big of diameter of a motor on it and tire. So there's a huge difference. And I came away from it with the general feeling that comparing it to wheels that are outside of that class as far as size goes and aspect ratio isn't a real fair comparison. I think a better comparison is, whoa, we got mud, got washed out mud. I think a better comparison is, hey, how does this feel compared to a Gen 3 Monster? The old style motor. That's what I would be more curious about, how it feels. A Monster feels a lot different than any other wheel, guys. That's well established. I'm more interested in how it feels compared to prior generation Monsters. To me, that's really the only real valid comparison you can make. So, anyways, I think it was an entertaining review. Mickey always does good work. The production quality, as always, is top notch with what he does. So, yeah, I appreciate it. So now, if you guys are interested in me getting a shot at riding the Monster Pro, to let you know what I think about it. I'm not the type to bug Jason about wheels. I don't want to be saying, hey Jason, am I gonna test this? Am I gonna test that? I don't really want to do that. I don't need to do that. But if you guys are interested in me riding one of these wheels, send an email to Jason. Say, hey, is Duff gonna ride the Monster Pro? I'd like his opinion. And if he gets enough of those emails, I'll probably get the wheel sent to me. If he doesn't, I probably won't. So yeah, it's no skin off my back either way, but I'd be happy to test it. As always, a ride on the Monster is always a quick experience. I don't have my GPS on today, but we've been tracking 30-ish. No, I don't have my motorcycle crash top on. Sorry, guys. I just threw on my gear quickly. I'm trying to. I should have it on. If you guys want to would criticize me for not wearing it, I would agree with you. I should. With a device that goes this fast, I really should be taking precautions as often as possible. So instead of making a right up here like I normally would, we're going to be going straight across. Wow, we have tremendous wind right now in my face. We're going to be going straight across. Walgreens is right across the street. Oh, one more important thing regarding the Monster Pro is when you're considering the wheel, is it's hella expensive. $3,600 to $3,700 is the predicted price. They're not available for sale yet, but that's a hell of a lot of money, guys. Do I have any plans to buy one? No, I don't. I mean, I have a Sherman. I mean, for what I do, I don't need the Monster Pro. I really do not. So, wouldn't be buying one, but I'd be happy to review it. You're not gonna believe this, but I just had the freaking GoPro 8 not respond to me. I hit the red record button. The way it's supposed to work is it turns on, starts recording. You hit it a second time, it turns off. Wasn't responding. I had to do a long press on the power button to get it to talk to me again. What the hell, man? Weird shit. So other news, you heard me talk negatively about hollow motors earlier. I heard that Gotway is suspending production of their hollow motor wheels until they come up with some sort of remediation for the bearing failures that they're seeing in droves. The RS has a lot of bearing failures. I heard some EXNs already had some bearing failures. And yeah, Inmotion, they continue to have bearing failures on the V11s as well, even after the first batch. So I mean, really the only fix for that is to use high quality, expensive bearings. And I'm not sure how EUC manufacturers are gonna handle it, because if they have to keep doing warranty claims for failed bearings or sending out new motors with new bearings, that's going to very quickly burn a nice little hole in their pocket. So yeah, they might just need to bite the bullet and put good bearings in from the get-go instead of putting shitty to mediocre bearings in there and then just rolling the dice that they hopefully are okay. So as I mentioned in the last video, I'm getting very, very close to 10,000 subscribers. Big thank you to everyone. There has been a little bit of a bump in subscriber rate lately. I appreciate that. I'm only about, well, I think less than 70 people away from hitting 10,000 at this point. And like I said, I mentioned in the last video I did. And I get lots, being a YouTube content creator, you get lots of interesting comments. And I got an interesting comment on the last video. It said, I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember it word for word, but basically it said that, well, you're asking for more subscribers, but you don't give a discount on your 3D store for subscribers. And I guess I inferred that meant that if I would have gave him a discount, he would have been a subscriber. But if he's not a subscriber, why would I give him a discount? I don't know. I just sat there and scratched my head for a few seconds, and then I think my response is something like, I don't quite follow the logic, but if it's working for you, go with it, buddy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for subs, but yeah, I don't know. Always something interesting in the comment section, always. Just had a guy drive by me and asked me to pose, man, while I was riding as he filmed me with his iPhone. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. That guy right there. This thing is just so damn stable at speed. And yes, I am on the street tires still. So stable. I mean, sometimes I look down and the onboard speedometer says, you know, 31, 32 miles an hour. I'm like, what? It feels like I'm going on a stroll in the park. Sherman is just, I mean, it really is next level when it comes to high-speed cruising. Nothing, including the Monster Pro, evidently, is really in its class when it comes to that kind of riding. So at this point, we're less than a week away from Christmas. At this point next week, Christmas will have come and gone, which is amazing. The hands of time move faster and faster every single year I'm on the planet. It's amazing how quickly time passes, or at least appears to, as you get older and older. Hopefully, Cindy and I will get out to maybe do some more riding, look at some Christmas lights. She said she was down for it, so we will see. So depending on what happens, I may or may not be making another video between now and Christmas. I don't know. So if I don't, have yourself a very Merry Christmas. And I'm sure I'll see you before the New Year, so I won't wish you a Happy New Year yet. Another quick tip, and I know a bunch of people already know this, but I did not know it. When I was doing my seated riding on the Sherman last week, I complained about how it felt like it was like pulsating or oscillating under me when I was seated, which is weird because I don't really feel that when I'm standing, but seated I definitely could feel it. It's a known issue, and evidently the fix for it is if you set your ride mode to medium instead of hard, which I always ride hard because I'm extreme, you know. But if you set your ride mode to medium, it will take care of that oscillation riding while seated. Okay, so I'm back from my Walgreens run, about a 20-mile ride. I didn't look to see what it's saying. Okay, max speed, it's a little speedy. Got up to 36.6 miles an hour. Yes, I should be wearing my upper body armor. Yes, I should be. You're right. I'm at 75% battery. I wasn't quite at 100% when I started, I don't believe. Voltage nerds number, voltage currently is 93.29 volts. So there you go, voltage nerds. And that's all I have. So feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. What do you think about the Merlin pedals, the Merlin fish pedals? I like them. It's a cool upgrade, quality product, and the Merlin is super knowledgeable. Like if you want to talk bearings, if you want to talk hollow motor bearings, Merlin's the guy to talk to. He knows bearings. He's a machinist. He knows what he's talking about. If you have any thoughts about the Monster Pro, about hollow motors in general, about the upcoming holiday season, whatever you want to talk about, that's fine. Feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, think about subscribing. Get me to 10,000 subscribers. Only 84% of the people watching this video, only 16% of the people watching this video are subscribed. So you got 84% that just has to click that subscribe button. It's so easy. Hit that button, hit the notify bell over there, and kumbaya, we'll all be happy campers. That's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Katie and DJ are here. Always makes for an entertaining time.